What's up, Sooner Nation? Welcome back to the Sooner Surge and three-fourths of the softball bros with you here today as many things have been happening in the softball world down in Norman. Before we get started on that, you see the button down there. What are you waiting on? Click the subscribe button, boys and ladies. Let's go. Check this out. We got continual updates on softball and other sports, all OU wise. So make sure you're subscribed. You got your notifications on. You're liking and commenting. Up today, though, big news out of the portal in the last couple of days. First, the Sooners getting the Wisconsin pitcher Peyton Monticelli, and then most recently picking up Riley Ludlum, who will fill that role as a catcher kind of utility player. Let's start with maybe their stats. I know, Jackson, you've done some research on these two girls that the Sooners are getting. Obviously, Patty Gasso does her homework. In Patty Gasso, we trust. Tell us about these two.
Well, first thing that stands out with Peyton Monticelli, as she had an ERA this year of 2.71 as a true freshman, which when you talk about true freshmen, the thing they struggle with most is their ability to not allow the runs to get to them. And she pitched a lot this year. Her innings pitched. She pitched 80 innings this year. So you talk about someone that has lots of experience. Only gave up 31 runs all season. So she really was able to not let the experience factor get to her. And then, as you guys know, she plays on the Great Britain national team, I believe. So that's also, she's just extremely talented and someone that Patty Gasso could flex her muscles with. And then Riley Ludlum had a 372 average this year. She hit 10 home runs, had 41 RBIs, a slugging percentage of 676, which is pretty good. So she was able to hit with a lot of power. And she also drew 19 walks, which shows her ability to not be afraid to get on base, whether or not that's through getting a hit. So,
yeah, what else about Riley Ludlum, Braden?
She's a power hitter, and she only had like 10 strikeouts this past year.
Yeah, she's definitely one that's puts the bat on the ball. She's not going to swing and miss very often, which is great to have, especially, I don't see I'm curious where she's going to be. Is she going to play shortstop or is she going to be a backup catcher? I still think Avery Hodge maybe at short. I don't know what they're going to do, and I don't think they're done with the portal. You heard Jason on here a couple weeks ago talk about, if you go to maybe the 7-minute mark of that pod last time, he talked about Kern maybe being on a visit. And I don't think they're done. I don't think Gasso's done in the portal. But let's talk about these two. Let's focus on these two because Monticelli, you're right, Jackson, went 80 innings. And actually, I think she had about 82 strikeouts. So her strikeout to innings pitched is very good for a freshman. She pitched great against Texas. I remember some in that game. She's going to be a great addition. This staff's going to be a 3 or 4-headed monster, guys. And then Riley Ludlum is going to be a great in the backup role to give Hanson some time off maybe early in the season and play different positions. Yeah, it's definitely two people I did not expect, though, honestly. Gasso does her homework.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Well, I mean, last year, I don't know that we would have expected Alina Torres to be a Sooner. I mean, really, because she was just a utility player at Arizona State. And Patty Gasso did her homework, and it turns out she was good for OU. And as you said, Peyton Monticelli only gave up 8 home runs. And that is an extremely thing Oklahoma's done well over this year's pitching-wise is they don't give up a lot of home runs. You saw it with Jordy Ball. I mean, I would say she probably didn't even give up 10 home runs all this year. Alex Duraco, Nicole May, the same thing. If you're going to score runs off OU's pitching staff, you're going to have to work. But just as we talked about with Peyton Monticelli, man, she is someone that is getting this experience on the national stage with the Great Britain national team. I don't know if – I know OU softball in the past years has had a few players play with Team USA, but this is the first time that I know of where they've had someone that's gone out of that's not a Team USA player on a national team that's been able to commit to them. And Riley Ludlum, she's a girl, actually, as Jeremy said, that can play both. So it'll be interesting to see if Oklahoma can land Taylor Kern. And Braden, as you know, Jeremy. Taylor Kern, I believe, was an All-American in Indiana.
She was.
Wrong. And Jeremy, you can speak some more on Taylor Kern, but she'd be one heck of a pickup. You talk about Gasso landing Monticelli, Ludlum, and Kern as her 3 girls in the portal. And I wouldn't be shocked if they're done because I believe they lost 7 players in total. So they have, and I think they're only taking in 3 or 4 commits. So they may have an extra spot or 2 left as well.
Yeah, and can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to go as far as Kern. The rumors was she was in for a visit, but regardless whether or not they get her, Gasso's still out there looking, and to get Ludlum from Furman, who really, I don't think anyone saw that coming, but both of these girls are excellent as far as replacements of what they lost, and we mentioned last time on the pod that Gasso, I know Jason mentioned that Gasso would probably go get exactly what she lost as far as position wise, which is exactly what she's done. So, I'm very excited about the softball program and these 2 girls coming in. And I think Patty for sure is out there looking for more guys.
Yep.
Yeah, and just as you said, Patty Gasso's hunting for more, and who knows what else she has up her sleeve.
There's also the we can't forget about the addition of a coaching staff member with the July 1st NCAA. The council agreed that you could add 1 to your counted number of coaches, and Gasso did not waste any time. A couple days later, with the former player, I'll butcher her name, but it's Aviu. I think it's how you say the last name, but she was a 2-time national champion there at OU. Played outfield, and Patty talked about her going to North Carolina and getting some experience there. So another great addition to the staff that was already pretty loaded.
And they did lose Hope Troutwine to Houston, who got herself a full-time assistant role. So you talk about just Patty Gasso, her coaching tree. She's going to bring people in, develop them, and they're going to go out, get higher up jobs, and they could end up Sooners again down the road. You never know. So, guys, that's all we have for tonight. Thank you for tuning in. If you haven't, as Jeremy said, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And, guys, Patty Gasso's out hunting some more. Boomer.